Like, you know, I just think I think D'Lo. I don't know what it is. He's been good before in the NBA. He's just kind of not now. He
Are
done
we?
got
Are
Yeah.
we? Is it that we hold him to a certain standard off of one season?
we held him to a certain standard because he a number 2 overall pick to the Los Angeles Lakers.
But I'm saying he been in the league for what several years now. He only had one good season out of his whole time in the league. So we still holding him to that standard because what we seen him do in Brooklyn.
We hold him to the standard of his talent level. You got to think about it. When D'Lo was coming out of high school, he was a top 20 player, McDonald's All American, out of Montverde, where Kyrie done went, where Joel Embiid done went. He's supposed to be the next guy, right? He get to Ohio State. He averages 25 and 5. He's 6'5". He look like he can play point guard because
Mm-hmm.
his playmaking is there, his shooting is there, his middy's there. He's crafty around the basket. Coming to the NBA, the only question around, and he was clutch. He was a closer. You know, that's one of the main things we look for, especially out of guards. So he showed you everything at every level, right? From Montverde, top prep school, Ohio State, he's the man. He's closing games. He's averaging 25 and 5. He get to the Lakers, the most storied franchise in the league, and you supposed to take that spot of Kobe because Kobe at this point is like he's hard to watch. Say the
Very.
least. He's hard to watch. So it's like he's coming in as a guy that's supposed to take the mantle of being the next great guard for the LA Lakers. So and then he didn't have a good rookie year. We knew it was the situation. It was Byron Scott. Byron, what was it? Yeah, Byron Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Like I disliked him so much. Like just as, like it just so it's not that we did have high standards for D-Lo. Y'all gonna say it. We did. You averaged 25 and 5 as a freshman guard in college basketball and you close games. Yeah. And you was already supposed to be that, and you was that all the way up until you got to the NBA. And you flashed in the NBA level. We won some of
Mm-hmm.
these with the dude.
Yeah.
He was closing
You,
some.
you love
Yeah,
bringing that shit up. You
I think
love
that's
bringing.
the NBA championship or something.
but now it's just the trajectory as a young player. It was very bright. His future looked very bright, and then you know, it was a situation in LA. He went to Brooklyn and he immediately popped.
No,
Got
we
it.
ain't gonna skip over that situation he had in LA.
But now I'm saying like the LA situation wasn't because Magic Johnson didn't like it. Magic Johnson didn't like D'Lo though. So it's like
No, what's the real situation?
he hit on Nick Young. That was ugly. That
I
was ugly.
finna say it was other players in the league was like, man, no, we don't want our team.
Your bro, damn near got
You
put out
break
the
code, you
NBA
break
for that
code
shit.
like that, man. I'm
They
surprised
was like,
he's still
man,
lasting. You do some stuff like
that dude was a
man,
laughing stock.
that's gonna be hard. I think that's gonna be hard to gain people trust that.
Okay. I guess we'll get into it. Welcome back to Hoop Stories Podcast, where we put basketball in proper perspective. I'm Diddy Knows Ball. I'm here with Ray and Fuddy Delight. Chris is gonna join us late, but today we're gonna talk about KD's MVP case, or the Clippers frauds, Zion the closer, and then later on we talk about Luka and Jokic, or they stat powders. But first we're gonna talk about KD's MVP case. Uh, I want to kind of go first, just because I think KD, man, hey, last I checked, KD was shooting 56% from the field. He just hit a game winner against Atlanta Hawks. They didn't have Trey Young, but a game winner's a game winner, bro.
The Hawks choked that game though.
That could be true, but at the end of the day, if somebody choked, somebody had their
Oh no, I'm
hand.
not. I'm not taking away from what KD did. I'm just saying that they should at least went to overtime.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but oh man, if somebody choked, didn't somebody have to have their hands around their neck?
Well, no, it came from the free throw line. Murray missing them free throws. And
But
then
I'm
people was also getting on the coach. I'm like, bro, y'all can't keep blaming. Y'all try to blame that coach more than
Boy.
any coach I ever heard of. Like,
y'all know why.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I know
Yeah, we
why.
know.
It just I don't think Nate McMillan is a great coach, but I think he's solid.
He do enough to get by.
So I mean, Kyrie was brilliant that game. He had 20, he had 28, 8 and 5. You know what I'm saying? He hit 5 threes. He shot 50% from he was over 50% from three. But I think Kevin Durant, when you look at Kevin Durant, you look at just the efficiency that he brings to the NBA court as the I think Durant, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. The season is proving it. Like just to me personally, he's the greatest scorer I've ever seen with these two guys in terms of the ease in which he scores to where he's hitting tough shots like they're layups. And I don't at this point, you can argue Kobe, you can argue Dirk Nowitzki. Who's other people in the argument? Because I think KD's
Jordan.
Yeah.
no, I'm
Jordan
saying,
always gonna be in any offensive type of
no, I'm talking about
argument.
that we've seen our era.
I know people. A lot of people ain't gonna agree with it, but I think T Mac in that argument.
Yeah,
T
no,
Mac
T
was a
Mac in that.
T Mac
Yeah.
was a. When you look at
Yeah.
him scoring
T
before,
Mac in
like
there.
when you try to say KD is Dirk 2, I always thought KD was T Mac 2.0. He just took it to another. Like him and T Mac literally have the same game. The crossover that T Mac used to do, I see that on KD. The hesitation, I'm like, bro, every move that I see from KD, I look back and be like, he took a lot from T Mac. I don't know if he ever talked about it, but I can just look in his game and be like, he moves like T Mac on the court. He's just taller.
Yeah.
What you say, Fuddy? Who like
Nah, yeah. That's why I was saying, like, nah, T Mac, he one of them ones up there. There's a lot of people up there that
so,
they get
so
a lot
who
of scoring.
who would be your top?
Like for scoring,
Yeah, mine is Katie,
KD, Kobe,
Kobe.
who I got third for scoring. I'm gonna say AI. I'm gonna go AI. I can't, but AI, like, I feel like AI is one of them, one of them players that he ain't win no ring, but you can't do no wrong with AI. At the size he was and scoring 30, it's hard to do. So I give AI a lot of credit.
So Ray, who your top three? Because he had. So you got KD. Who's your second?
Kobe.
So okay. So
Kobe was
KD,
crazy.
Kobe, AI. Okay, that's interesting. Who your three, Ray?
I'm gonna go Kobe, KD, and T Mac.
Whoa. You think T Mac was a better score? Never mind. Then Dirk.
Whoever you about,
All three. Y'all think AI and T Mac a better scorer than Dirk?
I just AI is my
see, that's the
favorite. Like
thing.
you ask who you
You
ask me
taking
who
into
I
account longevity. I'm talking about in KD's prime years and his peak. His scoring is Dirk is nowhere near that T Mac scoring. Like T Mac was up on par with Kobe. At one point, we
I
forgetting
love
that. Like before he started having injuries, T Mac was on par skill wise with Kobe. Like he could
that.
do no
Like
wrong. The
they was
only
going
problem we had
down.
with
There was the two duos. Like there was back
bruh,
and forth. They used
DJ,
to go
you
back and
don't
forth in
remember
their
that,
play.
DJ? When we was in school, you don't remember us always having a debate about who the top three players in the league was. It was always gonna be Kobe, T Mac, AI. That was, man. If you from our era, that's the only three players we was talking about. We weren't talking about no Dirk. We wasn't talking about KG. We weren't talking. We was talking about those three guys right there. And that was, I mean,
Now
that's just what
if
it
we talk
is.
about like
We'll talk about
shooting,
Vince Carter and
if
stuff
you
like
talking about
that, but
shooting and stuff, that's different. But scoring, we talking about overall scoring. The way, like I count like from ball handling to all of that. We talking about scoring here.
I'm not going.
I don't even got to talk about it.
I'm not
and say
going.
I often say
Dirk clears AI.
I respect that because I see a lot of people hate on AI, and I'm like, bro,
AI
where did
don't
this come
deserve
from? Because
all that
AI was
hate.
never hated on like this. How they hate on him now?
I don't know what was going on, but AI just he made me love basketball. I was little as hell, so when I see AI doing this shit, I'm like, man, I got hope. I can do the same shit. I'm little as hell, so see AI going crazy. I'm like, bro, ain't no way this nigga this size doing this. Like it's crazy. He went back and forth with everybody. If you playing AI, you know what you finna get. Like he used to give Kobe some of the best games, bro, and Kobe used to go out his way to guard him, bro. Cause he was that small. Like he like, bro, look, I'm not finna let this little nigga keep doing this. I gotta guard him. Like AI was a dog, bro.
I ain't gonna disrespect Allen Iverson because he has multiple scoring titles. He had a fucking explosion game one in the NBA Finals against the greatest playoff team in NBA history. So I can't disrespect him as a scorer. But me personally, I have KD. Like even with the Kobe thing, I think he's a better scorer than Kobe just because KD was so efficient and Kobe only was like right. Okay, damn, what's the camera? Like the highest one of degree of difficulty shots is Kobe, and KD's right under him in terms of the crazy the hard angle shots, the pull up jumpers, the turnaround, the hezzy, like the degree of difficulty shots. Kobe took the highest degree of difficulty shots, and he made them at a pretty good rate. I feel
Mhm.
like Grant takes a slightly less high degree of difficult shots, but he makes them at such a historic efficiency level. Like Kevin Durant is historically efficient. Like he puts the ball in the basket at such a high rate, so efficiently since college. He's just been a
Yeah.
great scorer from all three levels since I first started watching him. Like he had a flawless scoring game for like since he was in college, like a flawless scoring game, and it was efficient. I think the only any year he had was his rookie year. Then from then he was 27 plus. So it's like as a competitor, he has an edge. Like as a closer, Kobe has an edge. But in terms of offensive arsenal, Kevin Durant is 7 feet. He can
Yeah.
get to the basket.
Because
The
that's the
greatest
advantage right there alone. The
that
fact that he can
alone.
move the way he can
Yeah.
at that
That
height, that
movement, yeah,
man,
this fucking is wild. He moved like a guard, bro.
And
Nigga,
we've
the
never
way
seen who okay, let me put it like who outside of Kevin Durant is one of the a top 10 free throw shooter, a top 10 3-point shooter, a top 10 mid-range shooter.
dirt. But that don't his scoring is not like them everybody else on this list though. Is what we talking about. He's a like I fuck with Dirk, but he'll be like 4 or 5 before top 3. Like
Um
like it was good scoring, but like them 3 dudes is different to me.
well I feel like Dirk showed in that finals against the Heat that great offense like from an individual can carry a team. Like the defense with Tyson Chandler and Jason Kidd that they brought, that's all Dirk ever needed. If you look
Yep.
at Dirk championship teams and why they lost to the Warriors, like Dirk kind of choked against the Warriors, but we didn't have the defense to stop them on the perimeter. We didn't have a rim protector. You know what I'm saying? Like none of
It
when
was
they
that.
lost
always
when they
what
lost the
killed us.
first time to the Heat though with Wade and Shaq, if Dirk shows up, they win that series.
I,
Uh
I think that shit was
he
okay.
choked. I'll
Yeah, I
give you.
finna say, yeah,
Cause
it's
it's
I,
because Terry
a couple
showed
games
up.
he choked,
All
yeah.
Terry needed was Dirk to show up, and they would have man.
but
Those,
that's what I'm saying. When he did show up finals, what happened?
oh yeah,
when he
that's
his
what I'm
offensive
saying.
We
his
supposed to
But
have
offensive
two of them
that's
damn
all the
things.
Mavs really ever needed. Like man, Dirk, if you show up, we got
yeah.
you got the support. Now a difference is like with Luca, his support ain't that strong. So, but Dirk always had
Look at
support
Clear's
with
Dirk
him for most of his career,
right now. Look at
huh?
Clear's look at better than Dirk right now. Like no,
No,
I
I'm
love
saying no,
Dirk.
I'm saying Dirk always had support. Luca hasn't had that support that Dirk had throughout his career. For the most part, Mavericks always had 50 win plus team. They at one point they had the them
They
and
all
Spurs was going back to back, winning 50 plus games in a season like, on a consecutive base.
Go ahead, Footy. What
They
you was
was
I
finna
think
say
they had the
before
best. I think the Mavericks had the best pieces around Dirk. Like they had the best. Like they always brought the best like pieces around for him. Like this Mavericks is like, bro, they still got these recycled motherfuckers trying to make this shit work, and they not bringing in like they just not moving shit around. Like, all right, we're gonna bring this dude, we're gonna bring this in, but Dirk had pieces that we already knew. Like we know we know he gonna go crazy from three. Oh, then you bringing this guy, you bringing this guy in, you bringing motherfuckers who they know just gonna play this part well with our score. Like,
hmm
like now it's like what Luka got is like these dudes who been over there. Like he ain't got no full fresh. Like, all right, we finna put this around Luka. It ain't like that. It's like they brought a couple. Like they probably brought Porzingis in. Like, this shit didn't work. All right, we're gonna bring Woods in, but everybody else has been on that damn team. Who different?
I'm gonna
But
get
a
into this
lot of
later.
them over there been over there when Dirk was over there.
That's interesting. That's interesting that y'all feel that way because I don't feel that way. We gonna get into that later.
Dirk
What?
So
had Dirk had proven guys, and the guys that Luka got, what have they proven? Tim Hardaway's inconsistent. Spencer
Man, I hate
Dinwiddie,
him.
he up and down too, and he be. I didn't realize Spencer be injured this much, but Wood. I don't know what's going on between him and Kidd. I think they kind of got it figured out now, but at first they felt like he shouldn't have been closing games. I'm like, your best player should be out there for closing moments.
uh Wood falls asleep on defense and he's not a great rebounder.
Yeah,
Wasn't they struggling with paint defense and post defense before Woods got there? So who are those guys? Those same guys was there last year.
Maxi Kleber was a better defender and like that. I'm just telling you,
So we
Christian
praising
Wood is
average
better.
defense now.
No. Don't get me wrong. Christian Wood should always start. He should have started from day one. He's better than
I
Maxi
can't
Kleber. I'm
say.
telling you how Jason Kidd think. You know how coaches are. They coaches is who they trust. Coaching is about who you trust. So he pretty much probably trusted Kleber more. He probably trusted Powell more. You just know how they go. Wood is a better talent, but you got to
yeah,
understand when you come into a winning situation, there's certain stuff that you got to do that you don't want to do. And it's like, yeah, we know you can get 30, 35, and 8 or whatever any given night. But we want you to rebound. You got to block a couple of these shots because we
mhm.
already have our first best player is already a subpar defender. Our second best player can't be a subpar defender, especially when you have the tools to be a defender. And that's probably what Jason Kidd is telling. Why is Christian Wood
Yeah.
a bad defender? Right? He should.
Hmm? You said why is what?
Why is Christian Wood a bad defender? He shouldn't be.
I can't
Opinion.
answer that.
Them feet.
Exactly.
It's them
That's why
feet.
you take your ass to that bench when you start playing defense. Then you come on, game on though, and it's
That's
just
gonna
like
if that's the mindset they gonna roll with, that's gonna hurt the Mavericks.
nah, he's starting now, but it's just like hey, everything is earned. Jason Kidd is a winner. He done drug two teams to the finals. He was a big part of the Mavericks finals.
Wasn't he the
Mhm.
first? Did he pull a Buffalo Bills? Did he get swept?
Yeah, but he
Oh
took them
yeah.
to the finals. Hey,
Yeah.
you get that credit. I give him credit. I give him credit to getting to the finals. His team wasn't all that. He had Keith Van Horn and Richard Jefferson, and Richard Jefferson.
So we acting like Richard Jefferson wasn't.
He was a rookie, then he was in year 2 and 3. Like, that's not nah. Kenyon Martin was good too. But I'm just
I
saying,
mean, say
like,
Kenyon was. If they would have won either one of those finals, Kenyon Martin probably would have been the Finals MVP.
I get that.
Especially against Spurs, he would have definitely won MVP that year. But I mean, they just had no chance of winning. But
Okay, we getting too far. We getting too far from KD and his
I was finna
MVP
say,
case.
damn, we know.
When it comes to KD, his MVP case, how realistic do y'all see him winning if he keep this up? And who's the people that do y'all have right now ahead of him in the MVP lab? I'm gonna start with Ray. Look like you were thinking hard over there. Go ahead.
I mean, how he been playing lately, and they the hottest team in the league right now. I know. Last time we did our MVP rankings, I- some of those people not on that list no more.
You
As far
want
as
you
like our
want you
top
want
three,
KD's
he's
average?
definitely.
You want his
Huh?
averages so you can know his averages?
I know he like averaging like what 30 or 20.
Thir-
It was 29, 30, something like that.
37 and 5, shooting 56% from the field,
Yes,
37 from three, and 93 from the line.
I mean, What I tell you though last week? I said if him and Kyrie stay in their bag, they can beat anybody. All that, man, they gonna be too small against. Man, that don't matter. If they show up like they supposed to,
Yeah.
any team gonna have a hard time with them.
It's
I'm gonna
just
go out. I'm gonna go out and say that this is the greatest scoring duo I've seen since Kobe and Shaq. That's how good they are.
When
When
they
they in
on
a bag like this, they the greatest scoring duo I've seen since Kobe and Shaq.
okay.
It's not even close.
Okay, go ahead, Footy. Okay.
I'm thinking about that. Like he got me thinking because I ain't never really look at it. Like I ain't never really paid attention to it like that. But that makes a lot of sense. When they on, it's like you gotta pick your poison. You gotta
I,
pick your poison.
okay, I feel like KD and Kyrie, when it comes to scoring, I feel like nobody scores as efficiently with the degree of difficulty shots that those dudes take. So,
Yeah.
like, I feel like those are the two best shot creators that score efficiently in the NBA. Because,
Yeah.
like, you could say Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, and you could say who else another great scorer like Luka. You could
Mm.
say like any of those guys, they're not as efficient as KD and KD and Kyrie take way more difficult shots. So it's like I feel like they they're the best scoring duo, but I still lean towards Tatum and Brown being the best overall duo.
Yeah.
Cause
Oh
but
yeah.
I feel like right now I still have well, I kind of got to bump people now. Let me look at the standings. Got to bump people because right now the Celtics are the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. Brooklyn Nets are two, Milwaukee are three, and
Yeah.
in the West it's Pelicans at one, Denver at two, Grizzlies at three. So just off that alone, I'm gonna put Tatum still as my favorite because it was his to lose at the beginning, and I don't feel like he's lost it yet. He had a great game on Christmas. He had a great game against the Clippers, and I feel like he's ending. And it's like he stepped up the competition. He whooped Giannis ass and came back whooped Kawhi ass, and he just played on the court both games. So I don't have no reason to bump him, but I do have to put KD number two right now, just because it's like, bro, every time I look up, they getting higher and higher in the standings, which is the most important thing. And he's having a crazy efficient year, and
Hmm.
it's like, I'm gonna see when they play each other because
Who
I'm
Nets in
old.
Brooklyn? I mean Nets in Boston.
Yeah, I'm old school. What you do in the season from a week to week basis, it matters to me. What you do against the top guys, it matters to me. So, like, my MVP ladder is always up and down, but I think it's four guys that are locked in it. Really five if you want to throw Embiid in there, but I like
I say
all
Jokic and Durant. I got a split between them at the two.
that too. I put Jokic at three. I put Jokic at three just
Okay,
because
so I wouldn't be mad at that though either.
They play on the 12th of January.
the 12th of January.
That's coming right around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now we can get into this Luka and Jokic.
Christian,
I'm disappointed in you.
Who you disappointed in?
I thought we were staying off this Jason Tatum train together. I was the nigga in that got in the live watching. I'm disappointed in you.
Ah, no, I can't do it, bro. Like I was telling Freddie, I said, bro, I watch 17 hours of basketball a week. And when I watch Tatum, say, man, it ain't too many people that are two way. And basketball is two ends. It's like we kind of don't look at defense too much, but that shit be mattering. And he
Oh
plays
yeah, it
defense,
definitely matters.
and it's just like, and he's beating the top guys. He put up 40 on Giannis on Christmas. He just smacked, and he
Hold on. He put 40 on who?
on Giannis.
Oh, okay. That sounded okay. I'm just making sure I heard you right.
Yeah, and
No. I already knew. I was just making sure I heard you right. I just needed you to say it one more time.
okay, okay. How you feel about the MVP race and KD's MVP case?
With KD,
Yep, Kevin Durant.
I mean he's definitely deserving. He's not at first place right now, but if he keep torturing motherfuckers the way he torturing them right now, how can you not put him in there?
Where you got him? What's your MVP level right now?
I still got Jokic ahead of him, but he's definitely third in my book.
Okay. See, so Fuddy, you said your top three because I think
Now, I like.
I got KD. Yeah, I
I
got
don't
K.
know.
Yeah, I got him in the right spot.
Uh, I'm trying to see where
And
I got
that's still, I
everybody at.
mean, even still, that still ain't. I mean, and that ain't even saying like he's a far, and he ain't far behind Jokic as far as being in third. I mean, he keep going off the way he going off. I mean, even if they do start losing a few games here and there, you can't take away what he doing right now.
I just think like man to unseat Tatum is just hard. He's been the number one team for like so many weeks in a row. They barely fell out, and when they fell out, he got them right back to one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah, they fell out because who the Bucks had took it for a little bit.
for a brief second, a
Yeah, it
brief.
wasn't long.
So it's like how can I say? And then it's not like he's not showing up against these dudes. Like he's showing up. The only thing to knock Tatum case is Jalen Brown. It's like you got another top 10, top 15
You got
player.
another top. Yeah, you got another top player on your team.
But I
So
feel
it's
like
like
huh?
no, but I feel you on that part because it's like I mean, but you can really say that if you can really say that about KD too, if you want to take it there, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no knock on him, but that nigga does have Kyrie Irving as a co-star.
Hey,
Just to let y'all, that nigga is cold.
oh no, it's a difference. KD is shooting 56% from the
Yeah, his
field.
averages are
No,
average.
I get that. I get that. Don't get me wrong, I get that. But I'm just saying, if we can say that Jalen Brown can have a little tarnish on Jason Tatum's MVP, we can't say that about Kyrie.
Kyrie is not even close to the player that
Okay.
is comparison to so what's the gap between Jalen Brown and Kyrie? I think Jalen Brown way better, in my opinion. In
Way
terms of
Is he
better.
winning
way?
basketball,
Whoa, are we talking as an all-around player
I ain't
because
about
he
to
all
bring
around
brings?
Jalen.
that's an all around
Because
play. Obviously, Kyrie
okay,
clearly.
well, I'm saying
Wait, hold
all-around
on.
play.
I'm
Okay, yeah.
confused.
Well,
What
if
we
you say
talking about now?
all-around
All
player,
around, yeah, I'm taking Jalen Brown, but just to
Who's a
say
better
he
just
shooter?
because,
great,
but that's solely based off the defense, though.
I can say that's
It's
and
half
Kyrie
the
been
game.
playing. We ain't but that like Kyrie just been playing slouchy on defense this year.
He
Man,
hasn't been, but
But he's known for not being.
we know what
Curry
he
been pretty good.
does.
Curry been pretty good on defense. I'll give you that, right? He been pretty good on defense, but he's not Jalen Brown. Jalen
Yeah.
Brown makes 4 or
I
5
mean,
on
but
defensive plays.
come on, no, you comparing somebody who like 6'2" to somebody who like 6'7", and got like he has more advantages on defense than a
All
Kyrie
matters.
player would have.
It all matters. That's what I'm saying. Just because he has that going in his favor don't mean it don't matter. He's 6'6". It ain't my fault. I take him. Give me Jalen Brown.
So who you taking out of Jalen Brown and Steph Curry?
But see, I'm
See, no, don't change your
He
argument.
told
no,
me
You
pussy.
no.
try to use that.
He
Steph
told me
Curry is the
pussy.
greatest shooter to ever breathe air, Ray, in any form or fashion shooting the basketball. Nobody's close to Curry. Curry shoots almost 43% from three for his career. And he takes almost 10 a game for his career. Like that's a different level of opening up a game offensively.
Mhm.
So it's like you
So
can't
who the
you
better
can't
all
compare
around player
Curry.
though?
Huh?
Who the better all around player between Jalen Brown and Steph Curry? You didn't answer.
I think Curry's so much better than him on the offensive end.
So hold on.
He-
So you think Jalen Brown is just as good as Kyrie on the offense end?
No, but I don't think Kyrie doesn't impact the game like Curry does in terms of offensively. No, you have to pick up Steph Curry as soon as he touches the ball. Like Kyrie is a good shooter, like he's a good 3-level scorer, and he's a great ball handler. So that makes him a great scorer. But Steph Curry is a legendary scorer. So it's like
I,
that's the only reason. I'm not trying to discredit Kyrie Irving, but in terms of impact on winning, Jalen Brown will impact it on the offensive end. He'll impact it in transition on defense. He'll impact it on in transition on offense. So I just feel like he's just a more valuable player. Curry is so valuable just because he's Curry. like the cachet of his name, and he still backs it up the cachet of his name when he gets the ball. So it's like it's a different level of gravity when Steph is on offense. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't pay attention, you don't treat Kyrie like you treat Steph. Like nobody gets that type of attention from the guard spot that I've seen Steph get. Like it's different.
I
But
think Kyrie. I think Kyrie showed that. I mean, he just got to have a team around him though too. And he in a situation right now where, like, even when he was in Cleveland, when they battled in the finals, people sleep on that matchup between Kyrie and Curry. Kyrie showed he like people
no,
hate. I don't understand where the hate comes for Kyrie. I don't
no,
know
no,
because
okay, let me
he's
put
a
it like this.
world player.
I love Kyrie.
I,
Let me put
I,
it like
I'm
this.
just he
Go
can he
ahead,
can he's just as good as
I think
anybody on him.
I think
He's just as good
Kyrie.
as any guard.
I think Kyrie more skillful. I feel like Kyrie more skillful than Steph. Let's talk about skill from the post, his
I'm
post
not gonna
game,
lie.
everything. I
That
really think he's more skillful than Curry. I really do. Like that's my real deal. Like I argue this a lot because people like, yes, Steph is like the best shooter, but besides that, I think Kyrie can do the same thing except shoot. He can do the same thing. Like he can shoot, like he can have a own shooting night. But when I say skill, like his post game for a guard is out of this world.
Okay. I understand that. Like
you want to know who he remind me of, DJ?
who?
He remind me of Kobe.
Who?
Kyrie.
Oh,
His post game,
Bro, his post,
if you say you
You
watching
need to
these games,
cut this out.
his post game like that.
what the hell? Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. Go
Look,
ahead.
God
Go
damn it!
ahead,
I
Chris.
done heard you bring up Kobe twice in under 15 minutes. We need to stop this.
Kyrie, I'm sorry. Kyrie, I love Kyrie, but he'll never be as valuable as Steph just because Steph is like, okay, what's the gap between who's the most skillful players in Kyrie's archetype? Like who has a similar play style to Kyrie, all-time greats? Like the ball handling, the shooting from all three levels, the scoring combo guard. Like Allen, because he's like the Allen Iversons, the James Hardens, the Damian Lillards. Like,
Yeah.
okay, now who's the greatest shooters? You have Steph Curry, you have Ray Allen, Larry Bird, Dirk, Durant. Now, shooting the basketball, is the gap higher between Curry and the people under him? Or is the gap higher
I mean,
between
but that's the
Here
thing.
you go.
That's not fair though. Because the combo guards you just named off are better players. Most of them are way better players than those shooters you just named off.
Okay, well, we gonna keep it like this. We gonna say between shooting superstars. You got Steph, KD, Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, right? In terms of this, could shoot from all three levels at a very high clip,
So you
right?
taking Steph out of those out of that group? You taking Steph as the best player?
Shooter, like the one thing he's better than everybody else is he's way
So
better
he's a
than
better shooter than Bird. That what you're
yeah.
trying to convince me?
No, I know it for a fact. What?
I ain't
I
watch.
say,
I ain't watch no Bird.
Bird
I
can
know
shoot with
Steph.
both hands equally.
say
That right there alone is different. I ain't never.
that's
We
cool
ain't
for behind the
never seen
scenes.
him do that.
That's cool for behind the scenes,
Man,
right?
look, I'm
He
gonna
did
say
it in a
this.
game. He went a whole game shooting with his left hand
Go ahead, Freddie, because
That's cool. Man, that's cool. But bro,
and shot
Steph,
efficient that game.
bro, Steph is different, bro. I can't bro, the range of this shooting and how efficient it is, like to be shooting how far you're shooting, he changed the game. Shooting with both hands is like, nigga.
It's
Okay, I
novelty.
like that's okay, that's cool that you can do that. But bro, still bro, come on, man. We ain't even gotta
Who's
talk
looked
about
at
how you gotta guard
DJ?
Steph.
Who is looked at as the first elite shooter in the 3-point era?
Ah, shit.
See, that's say, man. I'm not the.
And he didn't even take that many threes in his career, and they still like
Wait, no,
this
answer
dude's
this
elite.
question before we get too deep into the weeds with this. Who's a better shooter, Steph Curry or Larry Bird?
That's tough.
That's not tough.
Oh
That's
my lord!
not tough. But
Chris,
I would
Chris
be
is
real.
saying,
That's not tough at all to me. Like
Chris,
it's not tough.
Chris
Like
say
That's
something.
I don't know.
it's tough for me to make that decision,
Say
man.
something, Chris.
I, I can't.
I love this nigga Ray, bro. He used to be so serious. Like
You just said that you can't say that Steph was a better shooter, but you can say that Kyrie reminds you of Kobe. Then you compare KD to Kobe and
We,
Shaq.
I went no. I said we was talking about Kyrie's post game and his foot, bro. Everything
oh
you
no,
look at,
I give
if
you
you
that.
look at,
I give you that.
that's
Post
all.
game, I give you
We
that.
was talking about his post game.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't say
talking
Kyrie
we was
remind
talking
me
about
of
this post
Kobe
game.
as a player.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
okay.
talking
I
about
didn't hear y'all
strictly his
talking
post
about post
game.
game. I was like, wait a minute.
That's
I'm
what I
like,
said.
I'm finna have
That's
to.
what I
Hey
said. I was
man,
like in the post. I said in the post, that's a skill. I said Kyrie as a guard in the post, and that's when he piggybacked off there. Was like, oh yeah, who do he remind you of? DJ.
oh,
That's when
okay.
he's
I'm
like,
glad we
when he
cleared
said
that
that.
up.
Oh, that's probably why y'all was acting a damn fool.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly why. Hey,
Okay,
we ain't hear
yeah.
that part.
I'm like,
Oh,
damn, what's going on? Like, they don't
Ray,
think
I
his
was
post game
getting
good.
borderline. I thought you were trolling. I didn't know what was going on.
No,
Well,
man, come on now. I'm gonna stand on all my takes I make, man.
okay. Oh,
But
speaking
no,
of
I mean,
tape, let's get into the Luka. Nope, let's go ahead and get into it. So Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. Ray had an interesting opinion on those two. Go ahead. The floor is yours, Ray.
so like I said when I called you before we got on this, I said there's a difference between a number one option player and a reliable number one option player.
I gave him the
Now,
solo. Go
now
ahead.
I do believe that Luka is a reliable number one option player. Jokic, mm, I guess you can kind of say he's reliable, but at the same time, it's like
So
I just
are we saying number one reliable as in that's the one that
you
you
can
want
you
taking the
can
shot, or that's the one that you want with the ball in their hands and whatever they do with it is
you
what you
you
gonna live
trust
with.
you trust their judgment
Okay,
on
okay,
on
okay.
any level on what's called that you need it on, like whether it's in the final seconds throughout the game, where like you basically like okay like I don't even
They
have
the
to
number
coach at
one.
this point.
I hear
You
you.
got
I hear you. I
you in
hear you.
control. So
Okay,
I
okay,
feel like
okay.
Luka definitely has my trust in that. And
So, so,
Jokic,
so what's your problem with Jokic? Go ahead.
it's just we seen him when he had all his pieces around him and he got outplayed by Anthony Davis, who was the number two option.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm kind when I once well, I mean he kind of getting his pieces back now. Porter is still kind of up and down. Murray has I mean I can just tell Murray isn't all the way back yet. I mean, I guess everybody can kind of see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think by the time the All-Star break comes and goes, we'll probably see a more consistent Murray. I don't know far as Porter Jr. if he's gonna ever have a healthy season.
So you're
Um,
saying all that, and they're second in the West. They've been first in the West and second in the West, third in the West. Those been the three spots they've been playing with this year.
but no,
With inconsistent.
let me get to the difference between the East and the West. Then the West, all of those guys. I mean, every team that had slumps already for the West, really, for the most part. That top five, they don't have their slumps, and they don't got people. One point, we didn't even know the Mariners what they was going to look like. Now they number 6 seed.
I think five.
So that's just how inconsistent the West been. The
Yeah.
East, on the other hand, their top five has just about been the same. Whether they rotate or not, their top five has been about just about the same. Nobody else has kind of snuck in there.
Okay,
They top five kind of
since you said that, who's been the most consistent team in the West then? Who's been consistently in their same
probably
spot?
the Pelicans, the Grizz, and the Nuggets.
Okay. So he's been consistent. Like the Nuggets have been consistent, even though their lineup hasn't been consistent. You can say the Pelicans and the Memphis lineup hasn't been consistent either. But it's just like even we could literally compare and contrast this Nuggets team to last year. As long as Murray or Porter Jr. kind of plays, they're a top seed. My thing
Yeah.
is, and you said that you trust have Luka with the ball in his hands more. Of course, he's a guard. Jokic is the best player on his team, but at the end of the day, he's still a center. When Shaq was the best player on his team, he needed Kobe. Jokic needs Jamal Murray to close the games. And I'm gonna give you an example. They played the Clippers twice, back-to-back days, right? Jamal Murray played one game, they won in crunch time. Jamal Murray didn't play, they lost in crunch time. He still needs a guard that can close a game. Because Jokic, at the end of the day, he's a 7-foot, slow foot center. So he can't create as much at the end of games as a guard can. So he's going to
Yeah,
need
if Jamal Murray ain't in there, he's getting doubled off the rip.
so yeah, he needs a guard. So I think it's easy that I can see Jokic being the best player on multiple finals teams as long as the team is consistent. Just like with Dirk, I think he can do exactly what Dirk did during his final run. You get him a rim protector and you get him a couple guards that can close out games. That's all he needs, in my opinion. So I
Dirk
don't
was the closer.
huh?
Dirk was the closer, so don't compare Jokic to that.
He got a point.
Dirk didn't need a closer around him. Dirk didn't even have none of that around. Dirk didn't have no Murray or Michael Porter Jr. around him. He had a washed up Jason Kidd, a washed up Pages Stojakovic, a washed up what's they called Sean Merrick. Like, come on now.
No, I'm saying if you build it the right way. Well, compare him to Shaq then. Not in terms of just in terms of being the best player on the championship team. Not in terms of styles or nothing like that. But Shaq couldn't close games.
He was in foul trouble, or they was trying to do the Shaq.
They was hacking him. They were hacking.
That's what I'm saying. Did that keep him from winning finals and finals MVPs? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, shoot, when you can dominate how he did in the first 3 quarters, he don't even need the 4 quarters. If we need a closeout guy, hey, Kobe there. So I mean,
hey, I watched Jokic on Christmas get 41, 15, and 15 dominantly. That's all I'm saying. It's like I feel like Jokic and Luka get disrespected just because they don't have the athletic capability to play defense, and that's not their fault. They make up for it more than enough on the offensive end. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that.
You know how the game go, DJ. If you ain't winning, people ain't gonna show you no love yet. And if they do show you love, it's only gonna stretch so far.
You can hate for when you win. So these two players have both gotten to a Western Conference championship, and they ain't deserve no love yet.
Right.
When was the last time Jokic got to the?
He hasn't had.
Yeah, hold on. Because I hate when y'all try to discount because it happened in the bubble, but they did come back from down a 3-1 against the Clippers, who everybody was so high on the high horse on, and they beat them. So they went to a Western Conference championship game.
I ain't never cared for the Clippers.
It doesn't matter if you care for them or not. The fact of the matter is they beat them, and they had them down 3-1. It don't matter how you feel about them. That's just what that was. And then just last year, we just seen Luka put the worst ass whooping on the Suns in Game 7 and went to the Western Conference Championship. They both literally just had the worst imaginable matchups that they could have faced. Like if they would have got any other team in that championship game, you can't tell me it would have been a more competitive series. They did. That was a bad matchup for them.
The Warriors are a better small ball team.
A bad matchup for them, but they won.
You
said what?
You up here and talk about winning all day. Or you said championship pedigree.
You said the Celtics were a bad matchup?
No, the Suns was a bad matchup for the Mavericks, but they still managed to win that series.
Not like the Warriors.
Nobody had Mavericks winning that series. We're not about to sit here and lie just because they end up winning that series. Nobody had.
You can say nobody did. I was pretty because who you gonna have to? There's only really one player in my opinion that I have to worry about just heating up on the Suns, and that's pretty much lock down Devin Booker all game and just don't let Chris Paul score in the fourth. Chris Paul can literally
take more advantage of them.
DeAndre Ayton is soft. That's why you didn't hear me say his name. That's why you didn't hear me say his name because we all know that DeAndre Ayton is softer than Sharman.
Okay, let me
ask you. Toilet paper.
Ask around since Ray said nobody thought. Buddy, what did you think? And then I'm gonna go to Chris, and then I'm gonna answer my question.
I already said
knew,
mine.
like I knew I'm one of them type believers. Like no matter what, we got Luka, we're gonna fight. So I was always going with, hey, it depends on what we getting. Like I knew that the Suns was gonna bring what they was gonna bring, but we was fighting. So that's why I'm like, look, if we fight, we got this. That's it. I knew if Luka was gonna do his thing, we not too far from CP3 because CP3 do this every time. So he wasn't like the only, like you said, you remember when me and you was talking, you was like, bro, you not worried about you was like, my only problem is like with Aiden because we like small around there, and I'm just like, bro, I don't give a damn. We gonna win. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was going with that, but I'm like, shit, we can't lose, but I just got faith. You know what I'm saying? And it happened
If
how
you
it
would have
happened.
told me it would have been another center playing, then you would have had me worried. But because it was DeAndre Ayton, that was the only reason why I wasn't even worried about it.
But this my thing. Okay, let's go. Let's just do this, y'all. Who was the best player in that series, and who was the better player than you thought?
The Dawn.
Luka, I mean, but
Okay.
we think about every playoff series Luka has been in. Has he not been the best player on the court every time?
But that's saying something. He's
But
been on
You
the
can even
court with
argue
Kawhi and
against the
Wait,
Clippers.
wait,
PG.
no,
You can
you said
argue
you
against
had
the Clippers.
questions
He was the
about
best
him
player on the
being
court.
the best player on the finals team. You said you had questions about him being the best player on the finals team. You don't.
I didn't say that about Luka. I said that about Jokic.
Do I? Let me go to the message.
hey, so
You
what
know,
team, like you said finals? So what team, like, would you put Jokic on? You think he won't thrive? Like, what team do you think he won't thrive? You know, on as a finals team.
I'm not saying I don't think he won't thrive. I'm just saying I have trouble seeing him as the best,
Oh,
like the
the
actual
number
number one
one
option
option.
on the championship team. And they
oh,
actually come
Jokic.
out. Yeah.
But see, Jokic is a unique player, right? It's not
That don't have nothing to do with it.
number one option could be different from the best player. Like,
Unique does not win championships. Winning championships win championships. You can be unique all you want to. That ain't gonna translate to a win though.
no, okay, you have to build a championship team around your best players' strengths and weaknesses. Jokic is not going to give you 40 every night like a Luka can. But if you
I'm not saying that's the reason why I got Luka as as
but no,
I
you
feel more comfortable as
I
him as the
put
number one option on a championship team.
no, I'm finna read it. You put top five are really just stat patterns. Jokic and Luka specifically. Their game is amplified because of how their teams are structured. I just don't see it translating to winning championships though. You said Jokic and Luka specifically.
I was saying their style of play. I don't see them translating to winning. Luka, if he
Look at
changes up
this.
his style of play, then I literally
Hey,
said
do
his
the
style.
solo with that.
I said don't try to act like I just
Do
said
the
that I don't
solo,
see
Cam.
them as
Do the same.
winning championships. I said based on their style of play, it won't translate to winning championships.
You did say that though. But I'm just saying, because like I'm not pulling this out my butt. I'm just letting you know, what I'm saying? That's all. Because when I seen that, I'm thinking you saying like Luka can't be the big player on the championship team. But you gotta realize he just had 60 and he needed all 60, right? It's not like it's not stat pattern when you need every single point. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And his style
It
is
was
his
against the
style.
Knicks.
You said what?
It was against the Knicks without their best player.
Who you was just gassing up the other day because they in the playoffs.
But what Jalen Brunson didn't even play that game though.
His Luka
Wait,
was
hold on.
Maxi Kleber didn't play, Finney Smith didn't play. There's a lot of people that didn't play on the Maverick side.
Those two players you just named off, you be talking bad about them all season. Don't try to name them off next.
You still want all your guys. You brought up Jalen Brunson. You said Jalen Brunson didn't play.
Wait,
hold
bro,
on.
you sound like
When
a
they play,
disappointed dad when you talked about Finney Smith. I don't even trust this guy no more.
I ain't gonna lie. Wait, they played when they was both teams healthy when they played the first time they met the Knicks. When Jalen Brunson didn't he play? I just
This
think
might
he
have
was
been
in.
before Knicks got on their little run though. Knicks been playing better basketball since that last meeting.
Because I was finna say, I remember.
I'm
I
not
know
trying
he
to make no
wasn't. I know
excuses.
Brunson. I know Brunson wasn't. He wasn't no factor that game at all. Like they had him on.
The Knicks been looking different though. Like until that little blunder they had against the Mavericks, I don't know what that was. That's crazy. And I'm not taking nothing away from Luka and that.
I mean, you really can't take nothing away from the Knicks either. That never happened before ever. Like
You
it's
gotta take. You got you. If
yeah.
no team has ever let that happen before, then you got to get on the Knicks about that thing.
Oh yeah, that's true too. But then is it so? There's more. So you think there was more of Luca's, less of Luca's greatness and more of Knicks just being the Knicks?
It was a mix of both. Because Lucas still got to make those shots. You still gotta make go out there and grab those opportunities. So you can't take that away from Luca.
The first meeting, Fuddy, since you brought it up, Mavericks won 121 to 100.
Yeah.
Uh, Tim Hardaway had 28, Luca had 30. Um, Julius Randle had 24, Brunson had 13, RJ Barrett had 13.
Cause I think that was his. If that was their first, and this is the second meeting they just had.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought, yeah.
You know, it's East West, so they only meet each other twice. They don't play
Yeah.
twice. So you said Luca was a stat pattern. Literally, I
I
just
do believe that.
huh?
I do believe that.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't believe he's a stat pattern if he needed all his points for us to
But you're
get the point.
naming off this one game. I'm talking about just throughout his whole career. The way that his game is structured
So did
and the
he
team that they
okay,
put around,
the games that,
huh?
the games that the Mavericks won against the Clippers in the playoffs was Luca's stat padding, or did he need to go for 40 every night
You said against who?
against the Clippers when he was going back and forth with the Clippers? Was that stat
See, that's the
padding?
see that's I'm not saying far as scoring. That's not stat pad. I'm saying far as the other things that come within the game.
So it was 35 seconds left, got the rebound, and he got the point. Like he needed those rebounds. Those weren't even stat padded rebounds. That's what I'm saying. He like
This you
mhm.
you naming off two incidences like that's his whole career.
I
His
think
career is more than just that Knicks game and that one Clipper series that
I
he
feel like
lost.
you can't take away from Luca just because he has to do those things. I don't think that's that bad. How you feel about that, Fuddy?
The
No,
thing,
no, I don't think he's stat pad. Like I really still don't even understand that term. I know a lot of people use that term, but I'm just like, I just think that's just how he play. Like that's just I don't think it's stat pad. He just one of them dudes who do all those things real well. I don't think
Okay,
he out there on purpose. Like, hey, I'm finna try to get this, and this today. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's his. That's his goal. I just think he have to do all that for us to actually win. That's what I really think. That's like my real opinion. For the Mavericks to actually win, he got to be doing all of this.
so is that more of him going after individual success or him just not trusting his teammates?
Shit, I think he don't trust them motherfuckers. Me.
Because that's I look at stat pattern as you
Huh.
value your individual success over the team success,
that's
and
not
I feel like
Luca.
that's
Oh no, that's not Luca at all. Then nah, hell no.
That's why I
Cause
don't like the whole Luka.
that's why I was asking what the term was, cause I heard it a lot, but I'd be like, damn, what does that even mean? Like he going out there just for that? Hell nah, I disagree. He be too mad when shit not when they
Luca's a
losing.
winner, he hasn't won yet.
I
Bro.
think he just want to win so bad, so he go out there and give it his all every time. That's what I really think.
You know what? You know why he plays like that, Ray? Because I give Dorian Finney-Smith 16 wide open jumpers a game that he clanks
Man,
off the side of the rim.
and then you got an
That's why I
inconsistent
take
Tim
the shot.
Hardaway. I don't man. I'm so done with man. Look. After I watched that Bucks game when Giannis fouled out and them fucking idiots, I'm talking about, bro. I don't look. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I like, come on, man. Tim Hard. I've been hating Tim Hardaway for a long time now. I don't care how good he play. He still give me the old J.R. Smith vibes. I just can't get past it. Like he's so inconsistent, it gets on my fucking nerves. Like 1 minute they're like, oh, y'all saying Luca don't got help, but Tim Hardaway giving you this before he get injured for the rest of the fucking year. He give you 2 games where he scored 28, and everybody like, oh, Luca got help. No, the fuck he don't. He's inconsistent as a motherfucker. He missed 3 free throws. You just need to make one, and you miss all three. What are we talking about?
He missed 3 free throws. He
I can't
did do it.
bro. I was so, bro. I ain't never yelled at my TV so much, bro. He missed. I'm screaming, like, bro. It's like, bro, it's so late. I'm screaming, bro. I'm like, okay. As soon as I see Giannis go out, I'm like, oh, this game. What are we worrying about? He missed all 3 of these motherfuckers. And then I think Finney Smith went to the line and missed 2. I was just like, bro, that was the worst free throw shooting game I ever saw in my life.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Ray this question, right? So, with how the Mavericks roster is currently constructed, how would you like to see Luka play? I'm being dead serious, being genuinely curious.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not even gonna answer that question because he got more help than Kobe had, and we never seen Kobe get out 1 triple double during those years, and they still got to the playoffs.
And Kobe wasn't going to pass, not to Smush Parker and those.
And they was up 3-1 against the number 1 team out of the Suns. So it's doable to play just a regular. Like this, the thing when your usage rate is that high.
But no, Luka's a legit point guard though, right? Like he's literally a real point guard. He's just fat and 6'7".
I don't think he's a true point guard. That's not his. I don't think that's his.
He's not a true point guard because of why though. He can be. He's one of the best passing point guards.
You can be a great passer and make you a point guard though. We got to stop just minimizing passing to point guard. It's more than just point guard. You got to be an on court coach literally. Like the coach can literally put his trust in.
You know, Curry's not that.
He's not a true point guard.
But he's a point guard. I'm saying
he is a point. I'm saying, but the term true point guard.
I'm saying just in terms of
Magic Johnson and Rondo, like those are true point guards. Their first goal is I'm making sure everybody's in their correct spots. Luka don't go out there and be like, okay, you in your right spot. Luka go out there and like, okay, first I'm gonna get a bucket. Second, okay, who in their right spot? That's his first notion. Every play though is gonna be, I'm getting a bucket.
That's a floor general. When I say true point guard, I mean that's his actual position. Like he's not playing out of position. Like had they tried to make Tyreke Evans a point guard, not Tyreke Evans. Who's a shooting guard? Victor Oladipo. You remember when Victor Oladipo got to Orlando?
I don't understand why they tried to make him a point guard. I never understood.
You see what I'm saying? Luka's not that. He's actually a point guard. I'm not saying he's a floor general point guard like a Chris Paul, like a Andre. I don't know why I said Andre Miller. I don't even know why they came to my head.
Don't expect Andre Miller like that though. He was.
I like Andre Miller, but I
didn't love Andre Miller, nigga. I done heard you
a lot. But like a Steve Nash, like a Jason Kidd, like a Chris Paul. Like Luka's not that. He's not a floor general point guard, but he's an actual point guard. Like he's not playing that position. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But
would his game like would he play better if he had a true point guard and he didn't have to worry about those duties for a point guard responsibilities?
No, because it minimizes.
Not play better because he playing. I can't say play. I didn't word that right. Nah. Play better. But would he be? Would it be better suited for the team?
Nah, he's not a good off-ball.
I was just gonna say that.
Like an off-ball. Like the same reason why Russell, I don't want to say Russell Westbrook because Westbrook, but
I don't even trust Luka just to be the main shooter only. Yeah. Like if we had just a we had like a point guard over there, like somebody like Lonzo or somebody. Like I just don't trust Luka just being the shooting guard. Like I feel like he do so much that he gotta have the ball. You know what I'm saying? I just don't trust. I don't know. He's not the best off ball. Like I think that's probably the only real deal flaw I think that Luka has. Like he suck off ball. Like
but see, nobody says that about LeBron. LeBron is terrible off ball.
Yeah,
but we never seen him off ball.
I think he
literally made his whole career.
No. When Westbrook came and Russell Westbrook bringing the ball up court, that was some of the worst.
How many games did LeBron play that year? When he was hurt most of the year. He was playing hurt. You're comparing somebody who's just going into their prime versus somebody who is slowly exiting out of the league.
Okay, now you overdoing it. LeBron is not ages in the league, so he's still a top 20 player though.
Do he have more? Do he have more years behind him in the league, or more years
He
ahead
got
of him?
more, of course, he got more years.
Then
behind.
exactly, he's close to being out of the league. Then it's not even close. He only got probably like 2 or 3 more legit years. If I'm probably giving him more years than probably 2 years. He probably got 2 more years after this season, if that.
I think he's going to leave just because he want to leave as the man. But I think LeBron could play like 6 more years as like a role player and shit. Like, yes, it's coming off the bench. LeBron.
Do you truly believe that LeBron will accept that role?
He's not gonna do it. That's what I said. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. But I'm saying, like, in terms of an overall basketball player, LeBron has a lot of years, bro, because he's still playing as a top 20 player right now. But I feel like he doesn't want to.
But this is what
this
is what shows the difference in LeBron 10 years ago and LeBron now. LeBron 10 years ago could literally carry this team to a playoff. It might be a playing team, or they may have barely escaped into the 6th seed. But that's the difference between LeBron. Now, that's why when we say LeBron's still playing at a high level, yes, as far as getting his stats, but as far as actually the team success, LeBron ain't at that level no more. He can't do that no by himself as the lone superstar. And that's the difference I'm saying that LeBron is now.
That's true, but then at the same time, you don't have to be that to contribute to winning championships. It's just LeBron has his
team that he has right now. He
has his own
would have to do that.
But I'm saying just because he has his own team and he shouldn't, that don't make him any less as a player. Because if you switch,
what they said about Austin Reeves though. Sorry to get off subject. You see what they said about him after this season? I mean, he gonna be asking for more money than what Alex Caruso was asking for. I said, what have you done to even what? Caruso at least coming off a championship. Y'all ain't even sniffed the playoffs since you've been in the league.
Austin Rivers, I said Austin Rivers. Austin Reeves has one of the slowest spin moves for a guard I've ever seen. Austin Reeves' spin move is so slow. How slow is it?
Fool.
When I seen it, I said, "Am I reading this right?" Because ain't no way he. I feel like I can go out there and cook Austin Reeves. If I'm
not a bad
somebody. I took.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you.
Somebody who don't play basketball as often. I should not feel like I should not feel that confident about being an NBA basketball player.
Wait, so what's going on?
He was talking about Austin Reeves because Austin Reeves said he want more money or he going to demand more money after this.
Oh my God, Caruso.
But I feel like the difference between Austin Reeves and Caruso is Caruso can actually play playoff basketball. I feel like that Austin Reeves they couldn't in the playoffs, bro. So
I like Caruso. I'm just saying, like, for the I want more money, or just talking about that.
Caruso deserved his money. LeBron's
he did.
LeBron's the worst.
Bro, we gonna DJ. When you gonna stop giving LeBron that much credit?
I'm sorry.
He is not the
we gotta move on. We got 2 more topics to cover. They not gonna be as long.
Got the topics.
Y'all want to talk about Zion or the Clippers first?
Let's talk about the Clippers. Let's get this shit out.
Okay. The Clippers. So damn. But Clippers just lost to Boston. And you know, they beat Boston earlier, like a few games ago. So everybody kind of was thinking the Clippers were back, and they've been on a run, like they've been winning games. But you know, me being the type of person that I am, I personally think the Clippers are frauds. And I just think the Clippers are frauds, and I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna start with Fuddy, since you said go talk about the Clippers, get out the way. I think the Clippers are frauds. I think they are.
People high on them? I didn't even think people high on the Clippers.
Boy, I had them as a top.
Ever since Kawhi came back, you already knew they was gonna gain traction.
I don't like. I guess but I ain't gonna cap. I ain't look at them as I still don't feel like they fully like healthy or ready. Even they like, oh, he probably they healthy, and man, some of them niggas ain't played in a while. So like I ain't look at them as a big threat. Like I know what they can be, but I don't think what they supposed to be. I'm gonna say that. So I never really looked at them as like a team like, oh yeah, they're gonna be this, they're gonna be that. I don't know. They
So you don't think they're a contender?
no.
Okay. Go ahead, Ray. Go
I
ahead, Ray.
don't.
Are the Clippers fraud?
I'm not gonna say they frauds. I'm just gonna say that they are who we think they are.
And what do we think they are? What do you think they are?
They're a playoff team, but do we
What
think they can make a deep run?
What do you think their ceiling is?
I mean,
Because you gotta look at the West.
it depends.
They
It
beat the Nuggets.
depends.
Because they
They
beat the
still
Nuggets.
got a lot. They still got a lot of season to play before the playoffs even get here. So it just depends on how. It depends on what level of Kawhi we gonna get.
Yeah.
What level of Paul George we gonna get.
So
And they role play for the most part. They role players. They been showing up when neither one of them was there. So we know they there. But for them to make a deep run, they gonna need those two guys. And that's what it's gonna depend on.
see, I feel a little bit different than y'all because first of all, Kawhi is still Kawhi. Kawhi, bro. I was watching that game. I thought he was finna bring them back. They were down 10 with like 2 minutes and some change left, and Kawhi just started being Kawhi. I think he ended the game like 28 points, 10 for 15, like 10 for 15, y'all. Like
we just need consistency from Kawhi. That's the only thing we need. We need
like,
him to stay on that court.
But like you said, it's a lot of season left. If he makes it through the season and the Clippers are healthy, I'm saying y'all assume health because
they gonna be a problem. Don't get me wrong. They gonna be a problem. But far as it's too many teams ahead of them right now that
like
West,
like I'm not. I don't know this shit. Like I ain't look at
so
them
if
as
they was healthy, let's say they was healthy right now, will they automatically be a top 3 West team?
No, but I'm pretty sure the top 3 West teams will want them to be an 8 seed. Like, that's scary. That's a scary team, bro.
I don't think the Clippers will want to play the Pelicans in the first round when the Pelicans are fully healthy either, though. So we ain't about to act like it's just one side if they're. I don't think nobody want to see Pelicans first round fully healthy.
Okay, I'm gonna say this about the Clippers. I think the Clippers are frauds, but for this reason, because in December, they lost to Sacramento.
Ain't no more.
They lost to Miami. They split with Boston. They lost to Philly.
Them some good teams though, Dwight.
But that's what I'm saying. They lost to all the good teams. They beat all the bad teams.
That's 1 month though.
But Kawhi's
and
only. You gotta think Kawhi's only like he's been back. You know what I'm saying? Since Kawhi's
just got back though.
But that's what I'm saying. But no, he's been back all year. Well, pretty much all year. He just
that boy.
That's what
I'm coming off the bench at one point.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't think bro really full healthy. Like they relying on him to play and carry. But like since I don't think so.
I think their biggest problem isn't Kawhi. Because like y'all said, the season's early, he's getting back. I think he's gonna come back. My problem's with Paul George.
Paul George been looking like a Robin out there, like he's supposed to.
Yeah.
He's been doing his part.
I can't say that just because when I watched the Clippers game, when I watched the Clippers in the Celtics game, Jaylen Brown dominated the secondary matchup in terms of when Kawhi was off the court and Tatum was off the court, and Paul George and Jaylen Brown was on the court. Jaylen Brown cleared Paul George in every aspect.
You can't put that against Paul George. Jaylen Brown and Tatum in another bag right now too.
But
it's just one of those things. He ran into that.
No, I'm saying when you look at, in my opinion, when you look at the Boston Celtics, it's 1A, 1B. Tatum is better.
There's no more marshmallows, bro.
But when I look at the Clippers, like y'all said, it's clearly Batman and Robin. But for the Clippers to be the best version of themselves in this NBA, it's not when they got together. When they got together, that just Paul George and Kawhi, that's good enough. That would have been good enough. If they stay healthy, I do think they probably would have did something. But in this new NBA, I just think Paul George will be on another level. You get what I'm saying? Like for them to be real contenders, I feel like Kawhi's gonna be Kawhi. He went 10 for 15 in a big game. He was good down the stretch. He made all the plays you would want at a Kawhi, right? I feel like Paul George, he kind of, like you said, he was robbing, and I kind of need more than robbing. I need bat wing. I need bat wing.
Ah,
You feel me? Like, you get where I'm going with that? Like, it's not that I don't like Paul George as a 2, but I need him to be more of a 1.5, if that makes sense. And like, just because it's just too much competition.
So how many teams have a Batman and Nightwing?
You was in the West.
Yeah,
You would say, of course, you would say because I don't know what's been going on with Desmond Bain, because at the beginning of the year he looked like that. He looked like a Batwing. You could say Brandon Ingram's a Batwing or Zion, just depending on your preference. We're not sure between Murray and Porter Jr. We just need one of them on any given night could be a Nightwing.
I mean, well, when you got two Robins beside a Batman,
yeah,
that's better than a. I'm gonna say,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you get where I'm going with this? Because I feel like at this point, like I don't know what's going on with Desmond Bain, like I said, but I think
could Zubac be that third guy for the Clippers?
Who?
Zubac, how you say his name?
Shit,
Zubac
is playable in some of these matchups.
You say what?
I think, well, not in the West. Zubac is good. Nah, he can't be though. Nah.
No, I'm saying could he be a third option?
Nah, Zubac is a fourth option, and it sucks they don't have a third
man.
option.
They third option need to be Norman Powell. Ho ass. That's who they third option need to be.
Norman Powell.
Okay. Where's Norman? Where's Norman Powell?
Norman Powell had a pretty good game yesterday. He had a pretty good game.
You don't think he got to play better?
He did. He's Norman Powell. Paul George got to play better.
I'm not saying Paul George don't got to play better, but I'm saying like, because Norman Powell is an underrated player. I think he can play way better than 19 points.
He a two-way player in my opinion.
Nah, Fuddy, you hit it on the head.
Like I'm like,
top 3 players are two-way players. Every single last one of them.
Even if John Wall really healthy, he's a two-way player. They got a lot of two-way players.
Norman
John
Powell.
Wall already missing games now.
Nah, he
probably just not.
Oh, so he just. Oh, so what did he do? What did he do last night?
Norman Powell had 19 last night.
No,
John Wall had a small efficient. That game that's efficient as hell for 16 minutes. He was 3 for 6. He had 8 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound.
2 for 3 from 3. That was big. He hit 2 big threes. He did do that. Everybody did their job. Paul George was 3 for 9 from 3. He had a lot of turnovers.
He was 3 for. Wasn't he 3 for 10? Or something like that.
3 for 9.
Or was that what's his name? It was somebody who was 3 for 10.
Bro, the marshmallows are gone, bro. I don't know what you want me to do now. I'm sorry. Morris was 2 for 7. Reggie Jackson 2 for 6. Paul George 3 for 9.
Can I kick it?
What the hell?
Can I?
Bro,
ESPN, they get playing some bullshit. Like, I don't know why they got to play music.
Bro, the marshmallows are gone, bro. I don't know what you want me to do, buddy. I'm sorry.
See, everybody played their part. I just feel like Paul George played his part as a 2, but when you go up against a team like that, if y'all get what I'm saying, you
gotta go. You want him to go harder.
Yeah, you gotta do more than your part. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've been a superstar in this league, and Kawhi's getting back. Like,
so who is the best? Well, you probably. I guess we can all agree Jaylen Brown is the best number 2 option.
Jaylen Brown.
And he's not really a number 2 though. So
yeah, the only thing keeping Jaylen Brown from being a number 1 is he's a terrible playmaker. Like, his playmaking for a number 1, it would be like first round playoff exit, just because Jaylen Brown getting double teamed and don't know like cat.
He still be trying to split the double team instead of just trying to find an open man. I'm like, bro, your ball handler is already skeptical.
Yeah, that's really be that's the biggest knock on Jaylen Brown. That's why he's in a perfect situation, and that's why he's 1B.
Yeah.
because Tatum has gotten so much better at making the right basketball play, and Jalen Brown still kind of struggles with that from time to time. But then he will still do something athletically that will wow you on the offense or the defensive end. And I feel like that's what separates Jalen Brown from any second option in the NBA right now. His two-way ability to be impact the game on both ends from an athletic or a skill standpoint. Like he'll do something either for like a pull-up jumper, or he'll do a steal breakaway dunk. Like
Mhm.
he does things as a number two option. You like, man, I'm glad. Like, how can he be a number two option? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he's that special when it comes to winning. Like people might have Jalen Brown in like the shooting category, the scoring category, playmaking category, but contributing to winning, I feel like Jalen Brown, and then next to him is Marcus Smart and Al Horford when it comes to just contributing to winning basketball. Like when I watch the Celtics play, man, and but back to the Clippers being frauds, is for me it's Paul George. It's just Paul George. Like he's not been playing bad. Like he was averaging 24 points. You know what I'm saying? But most of it, yeah, 24 points. He's always like 38% from 3 point, 45 from the field. That's great. That's good. I need you to be just a little bit better in the big games. In the big games. That's all I'm saying. I need you to exceed your averages in big games. Is that fair?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I think they're frauds, just because Paul George is going to be Paul George. He's never going to be like more than Paul George. Like he never gets outside his body, don't seem like not in big games. And that's what separates great players, in my opinion.
Hold on.
Now on to the last topic. Zion.
Zion.
So the Pelicans are back in number one in the West, coming off a win against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Right.
Zion Williamson scored, I think of like 16 straight points in that fourth quarter to make them win the game.
Yep.
So, what does it mean if Zion Williamson can prove to be a closer? Because in that stretch, he even hit a three. He was taking niggas off the dribble, getting it in the post. Yes, he was just being a dominant offensive player. So, is this changing how we see Zion now that we seeing him close games?
Not for me. Well, I'm gonna say this. I felt this way about Zion already. It's just like the injuries, because everybody was kind of playing with Zion, and I was kind of had to like show people like, hey, y'all playing. Like, you remember you was like, oh, hey, they need to trade Zion, bro. I don't think it's gonna work with this and this and this. And I'm like, bro, chill. When
Oh yeah,
Zion play, he a dominant force. You know what I'm saying? That's why like I would tell him like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna let you just throw away Zion like that. I'm like, bro, when he play, he a dominant force. Now all they had to see, like you said, was him close. But I think he done did this plenty of times. It's just the Pelicans is magnified now. Like it's a different Pelicans team. But I knew what Zion was gonna bring when he was healthy. I already knew what he was bringing. That's why I was saying, like, you was like, hey man, they need to trade him. I don't know what Zion gonna fit. I don't know how he gonna move into the offense. And I'm like, bro, he's gonna be good. He gonna figure it out. And that's what he doing, figuring it out.
okay.
So I ain't really like they scary with him. They real scary with him. Like, you see how they played last year without him? With him, that's another person they gotta worry about. And he ain't got to worry about nothing else but just doing Zion. That was my biggest thing.
I still got questions about the fit with Ingram. I think it's like a Tatum and Brown situation where it's gonna take some time. I still feel that way. Go ahead, Ray. How do you feel about Zion closing out a game like he did against the Timberwolves? Does that change your view of him?
I mean, I was speaking positively on him, even his rookie year that he the little bit he did play. Um, so I mean, I still feel the same way. He's somebody you can definitely put the ball in his hands, and it's going to contribute to more time. 9 times out of 10, he's going to get to the basket and he's going to finish. Like, the funny thing is, we talk about his shooting, but that if we talk about his shooting just as much, don't you think the NBA already the same film on that, and they still can't stop him from getting to the basket?
Yeah.
It-
With
it's
guys
So
like
crazy.
him, LeBron and Giannis, I don't worry about the shooting. That's just a
And what's
talk.
crazy is he don't take a lot of 3-point shots, but when he do take them, I see him make more than he miss. I'm gonna say that. Like when I see him take actual threes, I done seen him make some. Like it ain't been a whole bunch of misses. I ain't never see him just clanking up threes, like just shooting a lot of them. I'm saying like with the small amount he take, I done seen him make more. Like I don't think he's sitting there taking 7, 8, 10 threes, a game. I'm saying for like when he like if it's like a couple threes, I done seen him make 2 of them motherfuckers. But
I
I don't
feel like
think I wouldn't say he a shooter. I'm just saying, you know what I'm
he's
saying?
a rhythm. He's a rhythm shooter for sure. Like he been shooting. He been shooting 37% from three.
But
What the
that's what I'm saying, bro.
what the
Zion
hell?
one of the most efficient players in the
Oh,
league,
he's shooting the same amount as Durant.
bro.
oh
That's what you
shit!
comparing him
Let,
to with that percentage.
look, he one of the and he been like this since he got in the league. He one of the most
Damn, buddy.
efficient. He like, bro, he one of the most efficient
DJ
players,
thought
bro.
he had an
Like
argument.
he be having a whole bunch of 16 and 20 games where it's like he only missed like a couple shots. He one of the most efficient in the league, and he been like that. Like,
He is shooting
like
over
he
60% from the field.
Damn, he's right there with Durant. Oh shit!
So do that
like
change your
bro,
stance on where he's at in your
That
MVP race?
changes a lot in my brain because,
bro,
like I said,
I am big, man.
I watched the Milwaukee game. Giannis dominated the first half. Giannis dominated the first half to the point where it was kind of like we chalking this up as a win. But that
Yeah.
second half, Zion hit a stretch where I was like, "Oh shit, is he gonna bring them back? Oh shit, he bringing them back." But I'm like, "Nah, it's too late. It's too late." It was like, "Damn, but maybe." But it ended up being too late. But I was like, "Okay, Zion shows he can be a fourth quarter player." And then what he did against the Timberwolves, it's like, oh, not only can he be a fourth quarter player, he can be the best player and win the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because he went
And
up
make
against
the other team come up with excuses.
yes, because you got to understand, Anthony Edwards is a top player. Rudy Gobert is supposed to be a top defender.
Man.
Giannis is a top player. Drew Holiday is a top defender, and he did more than hold his own. You could say he was the best player in both those games. Like, I'm just not gonna say it with against Giannis. Giannis got the dub, but Zion, he's right there. He's hovering. He's definitely. I don't know where to put him right now. I'm gonna have to go and look. But for him to be shooting 37% from three, that's crazy. Like they do change.
He
How I
don't,
look
cause like I was saying, he don't take it ain't like a whole bunch of threes. Like he probably taking like four or five threes a game, and I see him make more than he missed. He ain't just up
Zion
there
is the
chunking
most
them up.
disrespectful.
He ain't up there just chunking them up like, oh, every time he open, he's shooting it. But like when I see him take a set, oh, I'm open for three, I'm set, everything looking good, I'm shooting this motherfucker. I see him make them more. He not just like, Giannis, when you see him take a shot, you're like, oh my God, what the fuck is he doing? Like he'll shoot it, it's an air ball or something. Like when I see Zion shoot it, I'm not scared. I'm like, hey, he can make that. You know what I'm saying?
whoa.
So
Buddy, you
that's
ain't
what I'm
no
saying.
stunt. That was a good catch. Hey, buddy, you know how I get in. I was finna roast you, Zion. Then when he said Zion, I was finna roast you his
Cause
percentage.
nah, I know what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, he's not. I wouldn't say he's a shooter, but he's not bad at
Yeah.
shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, 37%.
His
Yeah,
percentage will make you believe he a shooter.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm saying, when I see him, he shoot that
Chris,
motherfucker. It ain't never like real bad.
Gonna talk about the man child, Chris. I know you want to, but
He got
we
his
just
mic muted.
so when it comes to Zion, let's play start bitch cut.
My bad, my bad. You talking about that grown man?
Yeah, go ahead and say what you gonna say now.
You talking about that grown man that got D'Angelo Russell on that crying like a little bitch? Hey, let me tell you something, dog. That needs to be the last nigga I see go up there crying talking about somebody playing football. Hey, you better stop what he doing.
He told me he ran
You
into
better
like He ran into my teammate and took the ball.
Hey,
Nigga,
Zion
grab the
gonna make
ball.
basketball. Hey, Zion gonna make the basketball league get back in that weight room. That's what he gonna do.
Man,
Bro, that's what they need to do, bro. Look at some of these little skinny ass niggas get into the league now. I was just telling my homeboy about that shit, bro. I was like, bro, these niggas is not built like even these centers, bro. These niggas is not out there built like these. Like, where is the country fed niggas? These niggas small as hell. You got niggas like Chet Holmgren getting hurt in the pro-am. They so damn fragile.
Facts.
Bro, that's true.
Facts.
My-
When
and my
Bayama
thing-
skinny as hell.
Bro, all of these, bro, Joel Embiid is like a rare big man in the league today. All these other niggas, bro,
He look like Shaq compared to other centers.
bro, they making this nigga look like Shaq.
So Chris, we was talking about how Zion been closing games, and we done found out he has to shoot 37% from three. Like, how do you?
Three?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I mean, how many is he taking a game?
Oh, he ain't taking that many, but that don't matter. It's about when you.
Well, no. I'm just asking, like, how many is he shooting? But like 30, I mean, it ain't like 37%. It's like far off. He was draining them hoes. He was draining them hoes during his debut. They like, oh, y'all just don't leave me out here. Guess what? I'm finna wet this motherfucker. So I mean, 37%. I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, that's
I like that. That's damn. I wish shit.
damn good.
I wish all of our quote unquote 3-and-D niggas was hitting 37%.
But my thing is with Zion. Okay, let's play start bench cut. I'm gonna start with Chris. Start bench cut. Zion Williamson, Devin Booker, Ja Morant.
Oh shit. I'm cutting.
Starting Zion. Shit. I'm benching Devin Booker and cutting Ja.
Damn. Okay. Go ahead, Footy. Since you already see cutting Ja.
Bye bye, Ja. I'm starting Zion.
And you
You
benching
know
Booker.
it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Ray.
Starting Booker, benching Zion, and cutting Ja.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. What the hell? Why are you disrespecting Booker like that, bro?
I'm not disrespecting him at all.
Hey, he hurt. You can't start him. End of discussion.
Hey, yo. I'm not trying to disrespect Booker at all. I know what he is, but I mean, if I'm looking at it as a sense to where, Devin Booker been putting up these crazy numbers, but it took him to get CP3 for him to go over that hump. Zion Williamson is the hump. Zion is the hump.
We're not doing that. They made it.
Zion is the hump.
We're not doing it.
Y'all can call it bias whatever you want to, but that Zion is the hump.
He might have a point though. Last year they was a playing team. This year
they were playing exactly.
We got to see them come after this, like at the trade deadline. We knew they was in a lot of close games at the beginning of the last year. Because they was always on ESPN, but they stars was hurt. But Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and Jose Alvarado was fighting like hell to keep those games competitive without their stars. And we seen that they just need, if they had their stars back, add another more piece, that the Pelicans could be good. Ingram came back, they added McCollum, and that put them over the playoff hunt. But I think Zion, if he stays on this trajectory and if he can close games, this makes them an actual contender. That's what I really was getting to. Like, ain't nobody talking about it right now. I even had Memphis over them because I didn't think it was their time. But I think Brandon Ingram just going to have to come back, get in line, be the Jaylen Brown to Zion, be that guy that could be a 1.5. Because I think Ingram could have his own team, but I don't think he will go nowhere. I think he has to go ahead and follow the lead of Zion because I feel like Zion is playing like he wants to win. The fourth quarters against the Bucks, the fourth quarter against the Wolves, that when it's winning time, when it gets really physical, and then he's a physical player. What do they say about the playoffs? It's physical, and I feel like he's the best equipped player when it comes to physicality. I feel like this makes them contenders. I'm not gonna make them my favorites, but I do think this makes them contenders if Zion continues to leak this year. So, but yeah, y'all gotta quit playing with Devin Booker though, bro. He's doing that shit by
I'm
himself.
not playing with him,
He's doing
but
it
I'm
by
just. I mean,
himself, bro. And he's more efficient than he's ever been. Taking more shots. His 3-pointer percentage went up. His field goal percentage went up. I feel like Devin Booker is a bucket, bro. He
I
better
think
than
he is a
We,
oh
bucket,
no,
but
we knew that. We always knew that about him. That he was a bucket.
yeah, that don't mean I'm starting him over Zion because he's a bucket.
when Devin Booker was healthy, they was a top 3 team. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm really I don't
Who
seen
got more help, Zion or Booker? Who got more help?
Booker.
Oh my God.
We're only saying that now, though, DJ. We can't try to play that recency bias and all that stuff.
Hey
Because when we
man,
was in
don't
the
act
finals,
like Booker don't
I
got. Don't stop acting like Booker just
mean,
thugging it right now. Or something.
yeah,
What? What you say, Chris?
like he hasn't like Zion Williamson hasn't had who people are calling his running mate.
See,
And for me to say that he's like significantly better than anybody else that Devin Booker has right now.
no, CJ McCollum is better than everybody on the Suns.
Bro.
When he
listen,
drops the way he's supposed to drop, but
when
CJ
He's
McCollum
going to
is.
better than everybody on the Suns, even though he's not playing.
But that's what he's not there. But you just gonna
Valanciunas
say
better
that
than
CJ.
Alfred last year. Come on now. Yeah.
but I think
But, I mean, but-
CP3 is worth way more.
Wow.
Listen to me, man.
Go ahead.
Look, with that pair with Booker, he's worth more. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that.
you put McCollum in Chris Paul's place in the Suns. They don't look at
We can't.
They not gonna do. Come on, Dwight. Come
DJ. Why you
on.
trying to
Let's
give
be for
Why you
real.
trying to give McCollum more
Be for
more
real.
praise than what he deserves? We seen him with we got like he have a whole career with Portland Trailblazers where he was
McCollum is
choking.
good for the role he's in. He's a third option. He done been downgraded from second to third option. He's good. He gotta be top 3 third option in the league. Who a better third option than McCollum?
What the hell we start ranking third options?
What?
I ain't even looking for the league third options. I don't know what. I don't know that.
I can't answer that question. Who's the top third option? What?
DJ McCollum is the first player in NBA history to get bragged on being the third option.
Hey, you need it. You need a third option. Chris Bosh was a hell of a third option.
I wish you would have asked me who was. You could have asked me who was the best sixth man before I answered who was the best third option.
No, you need a third option, bro. Look at all them finals. Look at all the finals that we done seen. It's always a third guy that steps up for the 1 and 2.
Okay. Who was the third option for
Don't they Shaq and Kobe? Okay.
No, for Cleveland.
For who?
Love.
Who?
Kevin Love.
Okay, and without naming that one good stop he got on Curry, what did he do that was so just crazy in that series?
Rebound.
I mean,
so you telling me his only role was being a Tristan Thompson?
see, you can't do that. What about Chris Bosh? Klay Thompson was a hell of a third option when Kevin Durant came.
Was Chris Bosh really a third option?
Yes. When
you know Chris Bosh was a third option.
I thought he was just a role player. I ain't looking at him as a third option. He wasn't even the same Chris Bosh. Like I don't.
A third option just means somebody that can get a bucket when one of your stars is not.
I guess they had multiple third options throughout their little run they had.
Yeah, but I'm saying you still.
I have to say that second year, the third option was probably Ray Allen.
Yeah. No.
When Ray Allen came, Ray Allen was probably more of a third option than Chris Bosh.
was a spot up sniper. He was no option. Just if he's open passes.
Ray Allen. I mean, that's tough to say because Ray Allen only like he has a moment in that series, but
Yeah.
far as the overall series, I wouldn't put him as a no.
Yeah, he didn't even hardly.
Chalmers meant more to that series than he did.
Bro, y'all don't quit disrespecting Chalmers, bro. Game 6 in the 2012 NBA Finals when he hit that game-winning shot. Y'all not gonna forget it. Stop. He saved LeBron's career.
I'm not taking nothing away from Chalmers.
You're bullshit. I'm gonna stop. I'm just saying, bro. Don't disrespect.
Here you go.
What's wrong with you media niggas? Y'all think it's all about the stars. You need role players. You need third options. You need rebounders. You need. Well, come on now.
I never said that at all. I haven't.
Who had the worst third? DJ, since you don't put a lot of thought into this, who done had the worst third options in championships that you've seen?
Shaq and Kobe, but they also had the best 1 and 2 options at this time.
You said Shaq and Kobe?
So they had the worst third options?
Yes. Who's it? The first one we had Glenn Rice, right? I think that was Glenn Rice. Right.
I think Kobe done had Rick. They had Rick Fox on them teams.
You said Rick Fox is a third option.
I didn't say. I'm just naming who they had. I'm just naming who they had. They had Rick Fox. They had Robert Horry. They had Derek Fisher on them teams.
Terrible.
Okay.
If they're taking the third most shots on your team, that's not player. That's not player. Buddy.
Yeah.
You starting the team. Derek Fisher taking the third most shots.
No. Hell no.
Exactly. That's not player. It's not player. It's not player.
Hell no.
Kobe and Shaq was third option, but they was the best first and second option. So
if his role ain't bringing the ball up, I don't want him on my team.
Fisher didn't even bring the ball up a lot. Fisher brought the ball up when he did. He literally got rid of it immediately.
So what I'm hearing is Derek Fisher hating now?
I don't even think what.
Other than Kobe,
Derek Fisher loved enough to get
hold on a second. Other than Kobe, Derek Fisher has the most game winners on that Lakers championship run.
Derek Fisher was clutch, but quarters 1 through 3, stop. Stop it.
Hold on a second now, because I seen they was talking about Derek Fisher the other day, and I was like, "What they talking about Derek Fisher for?" They was naming off some stats I've never seen before.
See,
in the playoffs where it matters.
Okay, I give you that. I'm gonna say, don't bring up stats. I kill stats. I don't hear stats, but he did playoffs.
He shot 40% from 3 in the playoffs for his career.
Damn,
that's a good stat.
Nah, he's a clutch player. I like Derek Fisher, but come on, bro. Ugly ass shots.
In them 3 championship runs. Well,
he was my third option.
The first one he wasn't really that vital, but the next year he averaged 13 points for that in that playoff run. But he wasn't your third option in that I believe in that second championship.
That's what I'm saying. Who was our third
so
option?
To get 13 points out of somebody like to get 13 points in your first 2 are already gonna give you by at least 60 points. Just about. That's pretty. And then they had a lot. This is the thing though. That Lakers team was made. Well, they didn't really need a third option. They had a whole bunch of good role players.
1 and 2 options.
They had a whole bunch of good. They had a whole bunch of good role players that played their role very well. Rick Fox knew his role very well. He was a 3-and-D guy. Brian Shaw, like they had a lot of good pieces. So you can't really say they had a terrible third option. They had a whole bunch of good role players.
Hey man, we this is entertainment. We had a trash third option. Fuck them. Nah, you say, man, but nah. Think about it though, Ray. Because Glenn Rice was our third option first.
Come here.
But our third option after that was probably Derek Fisher, right?
One is
I have a very serious question. How the hell did we get here?
I don't even know. I stepped away for a little bit. I come back. Y'all talking about this.
What happened?
We done. We just talking now. Y'all want to end it? We can end it. Cause I was just talking basketball at this point. But
No, I was just asking. I was like, hey, what? I was like, hold on, what we just talking
we were
about?
talking about third options because y'all was talking shit. Y'all said y'all like, man, who talks? That was you, Chris. Man, who talks third options? God
Yeah,
damn.
but shit. Hey,
You
man,
taking
I'm
the
just
third
saying.
most. You taking the third most shots on a championship team. You don't think that's important? And you was dissing CJ McCollum. Like, nigga,
First of
that's
all,
a
I have every right to this CJ McCollum.
Cause we
Second of
seen him.
all, I wasn't. Second of all, that question just took me for a whole curveball. I've never had somebody ask me who's the best third option, but I will say that is a good topic to think about. I will give you your props,
yeah. I
but
went to the
I've never
world
just
rank.
had nobody just hit me with a blind side. Who's the best third option in the league? I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? That's a very serious thing that you may have to consider thinking about these teams that make it into the
Just
playoffs.
think about it. Marcus Smart. You got Marcus Smart. You got Marcus Smart. You got Jaron Jackson Jr. You got CJ McCollum. Who's another good third option? Tim
So
Hardaway.
who would you say is the third
Who
option on the
was
Nets
you
right
gonna
now?
say?
Tim Hardaway still be all right. No,
Man,
Spencer
oh
Dinwiddie.
my, oh
I'm
my,
sorry, Spencer Dinwiddie.
oh my.
Spencer Dinwiddie, huh?
I'll take that, I guess.
But I don't know who's on the third.
Get your
Oh,
ass
Michael Porter
bed.
Jr. No, really, Aaron Gordon took his spot as the third option. Aaron
Yeah, because
Gordon,
Michael Porter Jr. ain't been on the court.
Aaron Gordon really Denver Nuggets second best player overall. Jamal Murray is their second most important player, but Aaron Gordon is their second best player. But Sixers up 14-6. Oh my god, indeed in transition. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch Sixers versus Zion. Now, Sixers versus Pelicans. I'm a whole head nigga.
Nah, you know what's up. You know what's up, nigga. Yeah, you already know what's up.
Bro,
Nah,
get your bad ass down, nigga. What the fuck is
Pelicans
you
really
doing?
probably got a. Where would y'all rank the Pelicans roster? That's really like a top 5 roster, bro. Devontae Graham is a good NBA player. And he's the eighth man. Nah, he's like the ninth man, 10th man. Devontae Graham had NBA moments. Joel Embiid, he's leading the league in scoring.
And scoring, ain't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he been averaging 37 points in December. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points to average for a whole month. And this month almost over with. So he been doing it for a lot. Hey, James Harden back too, y'all. We're gonna talk about the East next week, but James Harden back in terms of facilitating and hitting shots every now and again. Tobias Harris, the best fourth option. Okay, well, I'm going too far.
Man, ain't
Okay,
no
now.
fuck,
All
fuck
right,
that.
now.
No. Fuck no.
Okay,
Fuck
nigga.
no.
Wait, what?
Fuck no.
What
I
you
said
say?
Tobias Harris, the best fourth option.
Fuck no. If you a fourth option, you're not a fucking option. I'm
We
not trying
just
to hear
giving
that.
out participation awards
Yeah.
now.
This is not the all-star. This is not the
Hey,
all-star game, buddy.
this concludes
They need to have
episode
an
5 of
all-star
Hoopy
game for third
Story.
options and fourth options, I guess. That's crazy.
Hey man, Fuddy man, you welcome back whenever you want to come through, man. This was fun, man. I enjoyed you guys. Chris, you need a background photo, bro.
Who?
A background photo. I
What you
got
mean?
look, bro. Watch this. Look at that.
I ain't
Oh,
Yes,
I guess
You
sir.
that makes
already, you
sense.
already had that prepared?
Yes, sir. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. The awards KD had. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 1 year. He did 1 year, y'all. Look at all his awards. I couldn't even get them all in the picture.
That's the most impressive 1 year.
That's the most impressive 1 year, though. I don't give a shit. That's the most impressive 1 year I've ever seen in any sport.
I finna say,
26
there
and
you go.
11.
You had, I want you to correct that. That you ever saying.
Yes, 26 and 11 right now.
That's cool.
Zion was at 22 and 8. Carmelo was at 22 and 9, I think. 22 and 10.
It was 22 and 10, but
22 and 10, yeah.
and a
26 and
championship
11.
and a championship to go with it.
That's true. Right now, he's getting almost 30 a game in college as a freshman. You know the difference between college basketball and NBA basketball. They play two halves. Getting almost 30 points. Look at KD. Look at him. Look.
He couldn't lead his team to the championship though. So
Oh my God. His point guard was a freshman too. And his third best player was AJ Abrams. He was like 6. He was like 5'10". Stop it. Hakeem Ward went to the league and was actually all right.
no, he was not. Stop trying to create a false narrative. He was never an all right player in the NBA. Not one year.
So Hakeem Ward was never all right.
All
So,
right, he was decent as best.
Nigga, that's all right. See, that's
No, that's not.
what's the difference between all right?
Decent is average. All right is you a little bit above average. I've never heard you trying to make a King Ward something nobody has ever thought of.
But who the best sixth option on the team?
Oh, what? Damn. Fuck y'all. He averaged 12 points, 11 points, and 11 points, 10 points. That's solid, bro. For the NBA, he averaged 12 points. He averaged 9 for his career. That's all right. That's all right.
Easy.
What?
I said, if you a lob threat, you can easily get that.
Man, I mean, you. What DJ Augustine average?
Let me see. Okay, I want to say, ain't DJ Augustine still in the league?
Bro, exactly. He's banished somewhere. Somebody.
No,
he's
he's in the league. I want to say still.
Damn, he averaged 9.5 points for his career too. I'm finna get off this. Fuck y'all. That'll conclude episode 5 of Hoop Historians, man. See y'all next week.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Let me go, nigga. Get off me, bro. Oh.